Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Dear Venerable Sangha, Buddhist ladies and gentlemen, you are invited to join us in this weekly Buddhist newsreels on Phật online channel. Reaching consensus to receive monks and nuns for treatment at Field Hospital No. 10. Dharma Enactment section organized one-day online course of ULLAMBANA Filial Piety. Buddhism accompanied with the nation. 30 monks from provinces volunteer to support frontline hospitals in treatment of COVID-19 patients. Vietnam Buddhist University in Hanoi begins REQUIEM for COVID-19 death victims. Ho Chi Minh City, charity group of NGUYên Pagoda gives ambulance and Buddhism Nowadays Fund give medical devices supporting COVID-19 treatment hospital. Ho Chi Minh City Reverend monks continue to support 60 tons of cereal for people in epidemic area. Hereafter is the news in details. In enactment of the official letter 5565 SYTNVY of Department of Health signed on August 12, 2021, on the afternoon of August 16, 2021, at the Field Hospital No. 10, Thủ Đức City, the meeting took place between the hospital's board of directors and the Ho Chi Minh City Buddhist monks to discuss the reception and treatment of F0 monks and nuns at 1 to 2 layers to meet the needs in accordance with the lifestyle of monastics.
At the meeting, Venerable Thích Quang Thánh said, the city Buddhism is committed to support the hospital in all aspects such as providing more ambulances to transport patients, medical equipment, and vegetarian meals to help F0 patients' second layer recover soon. Medical Dr. Nguyễn Thành Vinh also said that the hospital has arranged about 300 beds with 2 separate areas for monks and nuns and is ready starting from August 15, 2021 to receive monks and nuns who are COVID-19 patients. Mr. Nguyễn Duy Tân, head of Ho Chi Minh City's Religious Affairs Committee, would also coordinate with the Department of Health to strengthen the second phase of Buddhist volunteers to support the Field Hospital No. 10 to take care of F0 monks and nuns.
Amidst the complication of COVID-19 pandemic, the Dharma Enactment section of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha organized a one-day Filial Piety retreat online on August 15, 2021, on the occasion of the ULLABANA season of Buddha calendar 2565, and it was enthusiastically participated by a large number of Buddhism throughout the country under the testimony of the chairman of VBS, Administrative Council, Most Venerable Thích Thiện Nhân, and other religious leaders of the Sangha.
At the opening ceremony, the Buddhists were told by the Venerable about the reason for organizing this retreat. It was not mandatory for aggregation at pagodas in the context that many provinces and cities are in quarantine time, so it was organized with the online platform. Buddhists could still repay the gratitude to parents and the 9th-generation ancestors, according to Buddhist rites guided by the Venerable deities. In the morning, Buddhist monks and ladies chanted the ULLAMBANA Sutra, led by the Venerables in the southern and northern pagodas, and shared merit to pray for the ancestors and then COVID-19 victims. With the sincere and earnest prayers of the Buddhists, the worshippers thanked the Buddha and Bodhisattva in the day of filial piety to repay the gratitude to their living and deceased parents. Besides the varieties of programs such as chanting, preaching, and lighting gratitude candles, the Buddhists also had the opportunity to listen to the talk with the theme, Humanity During the Pandemic, to know about Buddhist practical activity and contributions of Buddhism during the pandemic through the talks presented by Venerable Thích Nhật Từ, Abbot of Giác Ngộ Pagoda, Master Nun Nhuận Bình, Vietnam Buddhist University, who is volunteer at Field Hospital of COVID-19 treatment, Venerable Thích Trí Trơn, head of the City Culture section of Ho Chi Minh City Sangha, with a right view of the COVID-19 pandemic, to have Buddhists and having positive view of the COVID-19 pandemic, to have themselves and those around them overcome the epidemic hard time. In the evening, Buddhists continue to chant the ULLAMBANA Sutra and the gratitude candlelight ceremony. one-day online filial piety retreat has been completely accomplished. Online filial piety training program is organized by Dharma Enactment Section from the 8th of July to the 14th of July, lunar calendar.
In the official dispatch dated July 18, 2021, to the Venerable Monks, Nuns, and Buddhists, Most Venerable Thích Thiện Nhân, Chairman of the VBS Administrative Council, praised the active contributions of Buddhists to the vaccine fund and medical equipment during the COVID-19 pandemic, and many other volunteer activities to support the compatriots. In particular, Most Venerable encouraged monks and nuns and Buddhists to volunteer to support the frontline forces at COVID-19 treatment hospitals.
Responding to the call of Most Venerable Chairman, there have been hundreds of applications to participate in volunteer team, and following the previous participation of the Venerables, 10 monks from the north took a flight on the morning of August 17, 2021 to the south to join the frontline forces at Long An Field Hospital. These are monks who are qualified and healthy as required. To see off the team at Nội Bài Airport, there were monks including Most Venerable Thích Thanh Nhiễu, Standing Vice Chairman of VBS, Venerable Thích Quảng Hà, Head of the VBS Administrative Board of Nam Định Province, and the Vice Chiefs of Office 1 of VBS Central Section, Venerable Thích Thanh Tuấn and Venerable Thích Nguyên Chính. Along with the spirit of mutual support for compatriots, 20 Buddhist monks and nuns of Kiên Giang Province also joined the first round of volunteering phase on the morning of August 18, 2021, to reinforce the frontline forces to take samples for COVID-19 tests. Immediately after that, the volunteers were assigned to 10 groups to take samples for COVID-19 testing and record and save and store the information in Rạch Giá City. Monks and nuns who volunteered to participate in supporting forces in the epidemic areas where there is a high risk of infection have shown their determination and lofty ideals. Strongly affirm the Buddhist spirit that always accompanies the nation every time the country is in danger, as recorded in the history of Vietnam Buddhism from the past to the present.
This year, ULLAMBANA is in the context of the complicated disease situation. Responding to the call of the VBS Central Board, the Vietnam Buddhist University in Hanoi organized an online ULLAMBANA prayer program from July 4th to July 11th, lunar calendar, to pray for the victims of COVID-19 and 9 generations of ancestor and filial piety.
The ceremony took place in a dignified and respectful atmosphere, and it was broadcast on 2 channels, Vietnam Buddhist University in Hanoi and Khuôn Việt Online, so that lay Buddhists could follow and participate. Thousands of Buddhists have sent a list of prayers for REQUIEM on the occasion of ULLAMBANA. The preparation stages for the ceremony have been properly performed by monks and nuns for each family according to their wishes. Before that, the Reverend monks of Vietnam Buddhist University management had returned to the Grand Lecture Hall, offered incense to Buddha to open the altar praying for ULLAMBANA and its sisters, and burned incense at the stupa of the late Most Venerable Rector Thích Thanh Tứ. This is a meaningful act of thankfulness toward the great contributions of the late Elder Most Venerable.
Over the past 100 days since the COVID-19 pandemic broke out strongly in Ho Chi Minh City, the chairman of the Nguyện Pagoda charity group, Venerable Thích Minh Phú, and roughly 150 Buddhists have continuously cooked tens of thousands of charity meals every day to support COVID-19 doctors, nurses, and patients in isolation wards and COVID-19 treatment hospitals, donated hundreds of oxygen cylinders, dozens of ventilators to support the treatment of COVID-19 patients, as well as provided hundreds of coffins.
Continuing the charity activities, on the morning of August 14, 2021, the Tự Nguyện Pagoda charity group donated an ambulance worth 1.2 billion Vietnam dong to support District 4 Hospital in Ho Chi Minh City for timely transportation of COVID-19 patients. Venerable Thích Minh Phú said, under the guidance of Elder Most Venerable Thích Trí Quảng, head of the City Buddhist Administrative Board, the Tự Nguyện Pagoda charity group would continue to accompany the people of the city until the pandemic in the city is under control. Venerable believed that with this ambulance put into use, the doctors would save more COVID-19 patients' lives. Joining hands to support frontline forces, on the morning of August 16, 2021, Venerable Thích Nhật Từ, Abbot of Giác Ngộ Pagoda, chairman of the Buddhism Today Fund, also donated one cardio life defibrillator, 2 ventilators, and 300 medical protective suits, contributing to support the number 3 field hospital in Thủ Đức City. Previously, on August 5, 2021, the Buddhism Today Fund also donated N95 masks, medical gloves, and hand sanitizer to help nurses, doctors, and patients in prevention, health protection, and mitigation of infection in the hospital.
Since the ancient times, Buddhism has always accompanied the nation when the country was in danger, and now it does too. Amidst the COVID-19 pandemic ravaging in Ho Chi Minh City and other provinces, the Buddhist monks join hands with the authority to have practical activities in support of the people to overcome the excessive tribulation.
With a spirit of mutual support, on the 16th of August 2021, Venerable Thích An Nhiên, representative of Buddhist Culture magazine and Phật online channel, has continued to distribute 15 tons of rice, agricultural products, and cereal by Northern monks and nuns and Buddhists to support people in epidemic hit areas in Ho Chi Minh City. The portions of supplies were distributed to a number of monasteries, frontline forces at field hospitals, and to support the blind and disabled in the city. In addition, 2 tons of purple sweet potatoes from Buddhists of Vĩnh Long province and agricultural products were sent from the north and also distributed to Chợ Rẫy Hospital and Xuyên Á, Củ Chi Hospital to support the medical team, the frontline officers in the fight against the pandemic. This philanthropic activity is supported by Venerable Thích Thiên Ân, Abbot of Phật Quang Pagoda, Hà Nam Province, Reverend Monk Diệu Thoa, Abbot of Kiến Linh Pagoda, Hải Phòng City, and the Northern Buddhist. On the same day, the Buddhism Today Fund, Giác Ngộ Pagoda, also supported more than 46 tons of food for people in isolation and lockdown areas in Ho Chi Minh City, Bình Dương Province, and Long An Province. The Buddhism Today Fund also continues to mobilize sponsors to join hands to support people in epidemic center in the near future.
Dear Venerable Sangha, Buddhist ladies and gentlemen, the last news has signed off this weekly newsreel. Thank you for your attention and following. Goodbye and see you in the next program on PSO TV channel. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha.